Hello, my name is Gil Zilkha. Welcome to my channel. This is my series entitled Essential Classical Music, where we look at the best recordings of the major classical music works. This video is taken out of my larger video covering the major symphonies. If you enjoy this, I hope you will go over and look at that larger one. Just know that you don't have to watch it all in one big gulp. It is divided into chapters. It's real easy to just click through and choose whichever symphony that you're curious about. So I hope you enjoy it. Sibelius was a Finnish composer of the early 20th century. And his style was really colorful, atmospheric, and probably his most popular symphony is his second. And this one had all the charm and color that he was known for. One of his more sunny symphonies, I would say. And my first version of choice for this one, let's see if I can find it. All right, is Barbaroli. This is a real famous version. This is with the Royal Philharmonic, 1962, and Barbaroli just really brings the character and atmosphere to this recording. That's why this one is so famous and well known. Very well recorded as well. However, we also have fellow Finnish conductor Tauno Hanikainen with the London Symphonia. Now, Hanikainen actually conducted at Sibelius's funeral, so he knew his Sibelius, and there is a character to this as well. It's a little bit more straightforward compared to Barbaroli. He doesn't play with the tempos as much, but there is an obvious love and affection for the composer, as well as an innate knowledge of how this should go, and so this is very recommendable for that reason. Very well recorded as well. I cannot say the same about this one in terms of recording quality, but for a performance that just knocks your socks off, I have to discuss the Beecham recording from 1954. This is a live concert with the BBC Symphony. This is just super exciting, almost volatile. I think there's a point where you can actually hear Beecham yelling at the orchestra, exhorting them for more. This is one of my favorite Sibelius recordings. It's just one of those kind of one-offs that's just really exciting and really colorful. So there's this one. However, we have to talk about the historical of all historical recordings when you talk about any Sibelius, and that is Robert Kajanis, Finnish conductor. He also knew his Sibelius, and these date from the 1930s, so they're fairly restricted. And even this one is from 1930, and I don't even think the orchestra is even identified in this. You can get this. This is a Finlandia issue. I think you can also get them in Koch. They come in different issues. The sound is obviously very restricted, but what you do hear in this recording is something you really just can't get anywhere else. The music just sounds spontaneous, fresh, like they've just discovered it for the first time. It's got this visceral excitement to it. Despite the sound quality, it's still worth investigating for that reason. Okay, so that is the second. Now let's talk about the fourth. The fourth is a little bit darker, a little bit more mercurial, a little harder to get into. And my recording of choice for that one is this one from Loren Maazel with the Vienna Philharmonic. First of all, beautiful sound, both from the orchestra and the recording quality. And as an interpretation, Maazel brings all the drama, just this real, icy quality that he brings to it, which is fantastic. I think it really works well for this symphony. Another famous interpretation is this one from Karajan. Karajan was a very good Sibelian. This is with the Berlin Philharmonic, dates from 1965. You can get the fourth through the seventh symphonies in like a duo pack. I just have this one with just the fourth and the sixth. Karajan, as you would expect, brings beautiful sound, which really helps in this symphony. It helps with that, that dark quality. So there is that. One more version I want to talk about before leaving the fourth is, again, Beecham. This one dates from 1937. It's a studio recording with the London Philharmonic. And Beecham was a big celebrant of Sibelius, and he really understood this symphony well. It's one of the most masterful versions of this symphony, very dark, very bleak. Definitely one to check out, even with the constricted sound. So now let's talk about another one of Sibelius's more popular symphonies, maybe because it's not so bleak compared to the fourth, and that is the fifth. Very tuneful, very exciting. And my version of choice for that one is Leonard Bernstein with the New York Philharmonic, 1961. He also recorded all the Sibelius symphonies. I think this one is one of the highlights. One of Bernstein's best recordings, I think. Just the New York Philharmonic, they're immaculate, very exciting. And this is just one of those recordings where everything just falls into place wonderfully. We also have, I discussed earlier, Hanikainen, again with the London Symphonia. This one also has that innate sort of understanding of Sibelius, the charm, the excitement. It's all here, as well as Karajan again. This is with the London Symphony 1932. Again, constricted sound, but very exciting and spontaneous sounding and idiomatic in a way that you're not going to find in many places, which is why we still listen to it even though it's been almost a century since it came out. So that is the Sibelius Fifth. And now we are to Sibelius's final symphony, the number 7. Wow, this is just a beautiful work. It is actually only one movement. It's roughly about 20 minutes long, and it's somewhat mercurial in a way too, but it just has this transcendence about it. It just feels like you're on this journey towards heaven. I don't know how else to describe it. My recording of choice for this one is, again, Mazel, the one. This is a great. Now there is a complete set of the Sibelius symphonies with Mazel and Vienna Philharmonic, which is very recommendable. I like this single version, which has, in the fourth, which we discussed, a wonderful Tapiola, one of his tone poems, and then this seventh. This seventh is wonderfully played, just beautifully paced, and it brings home the drama and the emotions in a way that I think just is perfect. So I recommend that for the seventh. However, I also recommend, this one may be hard to find, Eugene Ormandy and the Philadelphia Orchestra. This is from 1975. Sounds very good. It is a little bit longer. He stretches it out a little bit more, and it really works wonderfully. When you get to the end, you really the emotions really come home strongly, and so Ormandy really paces this symphony well. However, for the Seventh Symphony, you really need to hear this recording as well. Serge Koussevitzky with the BBC Symphony from 1933. This is the real stuff. This is just a really strong, dramatic, emotional. It all comes home in this interpretation. It's restricted sound, it's limited, but it's one you definitely need to hear if you love this symphony. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, I hope you'll also take time to click the like and subscribe buttons. And with that, I want to wish you all a great day and happy listening.